valuable. Okay, any questions? Right, third one. It's another 8 mark, which by now, because I'm going to say it for the third time, should mean we know it's a 10-minute. Okay? This is always going to be a compare question, always. That is the command words. Now, the thing to watch out for is it will either ask you how similar or it will ask you how different. One or the other, but not both. So make sure you're doing the right thing. It's either the similarities or the differences you're focusing on. Once again, I'm going to tell you that our old friend point, evidence, explain is useful here, and I'm going to tell you that 2 is the magic number. 2 of those paragraphs can get you up to 6 marks. Do that consistently, you're getting into that level 6 and 7 grade. Okay? Possibly even higher actually. If you did it all the way through, you were getting 3/4 of the marks all the way through. So you know that's the thing to focus on. Now in this case the question is compare the Black Death and the cholera epidemic. So you've got to find, well, how were they similar? And for me, I'd be thinking the thing here, maybe it's they were similar in the causes, weren't they? Because they were similar in terms of they were caused by the filth that was common in towns across, or even in villages, the filth that was inherent in basically both the Middle Ages and in towns in the 18th century. And that carried, either, in the case of the Middle Ages, it was the fleas that probably carried the bacteria, or in the case of the cholera epidemics of the 19th century, it was about polluted water, wasn't it? So just emphasising, highlighting those similarities is going to get you half marks. If you did another one, I would say another one to do there would be they were similar in that people misunderstood what caused it. That's similar, but it is different, because if you remember, people believed that miasma was still the cause for both of those. That's 2 reasons. Now if you were to write about both of those, you're going to get 6 out of 8. So that's a strong mark. Now again, the top, the very, very top, is some form of understanding about both of these things. So for me, my judgment would be that really they're similar in that not only did people not understand the cause, but they misunderstood not only did they not know what the cause was, but they actually were completely wrong in what they thought the cause was, if that makes sense. That's the judgment, that for both of them, they were completely clueless about the causes until our friend Snow, if you remember him, does work out that cholera is a waterborne disease and what it is. Okay, so again, judgment can come in as a comparison, but the key thing is to get those 2 paragraphs down. Right, last question for health. Yes? No, not at all. Definitely, because actually you're perfectly able to say, I would almost say that that's a really good sort of judgment thing to have, to say they are really similar, but what then happens is that Snow recognises that actually there is something else going on here, it's not miasma, and that in a sense is making a complex comparison, because it's sort of showing a difference, and the exam board will see that as a bit of a judgment as well, so that's okay. So I would say that's fine, yeah. Right.